Good morning, friends. It is Yo again from Yo Makes. Today is November 3rd, Election Day here in the U.S., and I am delighted to have found a package waiting on my doorstep. Let's see what we've got. This appears to be another lovely holster sent to me by Craftholsters, making custom holsters for everyone. I was exceptionally pleased with their last holster. It made them one of these little deboxing videos. And apparently they were exceptionally pleased with my video. And so they've sent me a holster for my wife's pistol to review. It's always very nice packaging, arrived very quickly, much faster than I was expecting. There we are. Sent to me by DHL. Of course, with the Fragile sticker on it. Let's see if I'm smart enough to figure this out. There we are. We're still stuck on. For those of you watching at home, you'll know that this week I will be reviewing a FT17 book that I've gotten in the mail, so stay tuned for that on my Patreon. And later this month, we are going to be hot gluing my heat shroud for my Model 12 trench shotgun. They have sent me a note on the lid of my box. Let's see. Hey Eugene, your new holster from Lynx is here. I hope you'll love it as much as the shoulder rig. Can't wait to watch another of your awesome vids, Al. Well, Al, I hope that I enjoy this thing as well. As I said, today is Election Day, so this is a most welcome addition. For those of you watching at home here in the U.S., concealed carry to your polling place is usually illegal. Know your local laws before doing so. Got a little Allen key. And right on top, wrapped in a little bubble wrap, is a beautiful little holster. Gorgeous finish on these things. I just love the way these feel. Embossed with Nika. And on the back, Craftholsters logo. Now this is their open bottom, inside the waistband inside the waistband holster. Everything is double chain stitched as usual. I'll show those up for you guys to see. Good tight stitching. Again, all metal studs on their snaps come apart firmly but easily. And I like this here in the back. They've got little adjustments so you can adjust the ride of your holster. So if you're a fat guy like me, it doesn't wedge into your muffin top there. I've also got in here the groovy little small break-in kit, which comes with the break-in liquid, the wool dauber, and the microfiber cloth for the continuing upkeep of your product. Let's see if I can fat finger my way into this thing around the nerve damage. Alright, so we have the microfiber cloth, which is, your usual microfiber cloth. Doesn't have that greasiness to it that some of these get sent to you with. They already have some kind of cleaning compound on them. That's nice. Nice little wool dauber there. See if that zooms in. These are all kinds of useful for getting into little cracks and crevices, and they're much more sturdy than a Q-tip is. That way you don't wind up with little fuzzies and schmutz all over your holster. We have, that's actually a very nice looking bottle of break-in liquid. A third of an ounce. Excellent. Possibly the most important thing in here. The instructions. Now, I haven't used one of their break-in kits before. I just tried to dry break in my other holster, and I've noticed the action is still a little bit stiff. So, the instructions on the break-in kit, which I'll be using and evaluating. Apply Apply the break-in liquid to the parts of your holster that need to be loosened. Use the wool dauber to spread the liquid and let the leather soak it in. Stretch the leather to loosen the fit or place the gun in a plastic bag inside the holster by force and let it dry overnight. Leather will retain adjusted fit. After that, use the microfiber cloth to polish the leather once a month. For better results, add a leather balm or leather conditioner from our premium holsters care kit from Craftholsters.com. So, I'm going to utilize the break-in kit at some later time. I will probably post a follow-up video and tell you guys how I like it. Let's go ahead and go with a holster right now. Now this is an inside the waistband holster for my wife's little Taurus. So we are a Taurus household because we can afford a little bit better than a Glock and can't quite afford a 1911. Now this is my wife's adorable little Taurus. Cleared, no magazine. This is the, I believe it's a 38, the model PT 738. It's meant to be her little concealed carry pistol. And as we see, it fits quite snugly into the holster, just fine. It's a nice fit. Now, she was not enthused about this type of holster for fear that the pistol would come out. Now, give it a good shake there. As you can see, it's pretty firm in. Nothing to worry about on that stage. There's almost no give to the holster at all. I don't actually know if it properly needs the break-in kit for this one. I may go ahead and use the break-in kit on my shoulder rig and see how that goes. Because this actually fits great just right out of the packaging. So, I'm going to go ahead and slide this into my belt. Hopefully avoid giving you guys the free show and you guys don't have to see my fat rolls. I have two nice clips here. Go ahead and take the pistol out for safety's sake while I try to figure this out. I'll be putting it just over my pocket in the front and adjusting it from there. Now let's go ahead and adjust our computer so that you guys can actually see what I'm doing. There we are. Avoid showing you guys my beer gut. Alright, so you can see it slides right inside. There we are. Now, it has these nice rotating little straps. I'll come closer and show these off. That as it fits inside the waistband, the straps come out. I'm sure that most of you guys have used one of these before. Being a fat guy, I've avoided the inside the band holsters for fear that they would dig into my gut. And I was asked to review this holster by the gentle folks at Craftholsters. Al sent this to me to check it out and review it. And as you can see, that fits quite nicely inside my waistband. A little bit peeking out at the top. This tool fits snugly inside and doesn't even pull my pants down. So we'll snap the snaps closed. I'll just pull down my sweater and add a little bit more space here on the computer. Crank that up a notch. And as you guys can see, there are no suspicious bulges. There is nothing to see here. With my hands up, you get a little bit of peek out. But other than that, there's nothing. I am really excited about this, actually. There's a little bit of dig trying to do, you know, calisthenics here, but I expect that once I've figured out where this thing ought to sit, I shift it over here a little bit so it sits on my hip rather than over my pocket. There we go. Now I'll actually be able to get at my keys. Yeah, there's a little bit of a dig into my hip, which I kind of expected. And I think that once I've got it properly situated, I won't be feeling that anymore. But I think I'll be able to walk freely and really not worry about it. What I'm not feeling, and this might be a little bit much information, but I go commando, so there's no cloth in between me and the holster, is I'm not getting pinched or prodded or any ways rubbed by the leather holster. And so I don't have to worry about chafing or that nasty sweaty feeling you sometimes get when a holster is rubbing up against you. I am really surprised at how little I feel this holster. Yeah, this might be a new go-to option for me. And to remove it, we'll just pull it out, take down the straps, and it pops right out. Yeah, that is just remarkably little itch or give or anything like that in this holster. I'm going to go ahead and step to the side here and put it on my hip where it belongs instead of on my front. We'll see if I can actually draw from inside the waistband. So, it slides in quite nicely. These retaining straps are just excellent. They move freely, and they're designed in such a way that everything just goes where it ought to go. I don't have to fight with it. And even though I can't see what I'm doing, because I'm of course looking at you, not at my backside, everything kind of intuitively slides into place. Alright, so holster's in place. Snap the snaps. Alright. So again, look at my sleeves, and the draw is very smooth. It just, your hand slides right into place where it ought to be. The pistol is right there, hanging out above your belt, easily concealed. The only complaint that I could even see having with this rig is that there's no place to put a spare magazine. However, Craftholsters does of course sell little magazine holsters that will fit my wife's little Taurus PT 738. So, my thanks again to Lynx and Al over there at Craftholsters, as well as your other excellent craftsmen. I am delighted with this. It is the inside the waistband rig for the Taurus PT 738. I may have been converted by this. I never thought that I'd be an inside the waistband guy just for fear of pinching and poking and prodding, but I am absolutely delighted with this rig. There will be links down in the comments for you guys to check this out on your own, and of course to my Patreon. A shout out to all of my patrons, especially my Geekdom Come, Angie, Tim, Lav Todd, and Tom, and of course Tom, who helped me out and facilitate my research. If you guys are interested, there will be a link to my Patreon in the comments. This is Yo from Yo Makes, reviewing the inside the waistband holster from Craftholsters, making custom leather holsters for everybody. Signing off. Go vote.